This is a Your Last Resorts production.
And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean, aka the Shoe Comic. I do have a guest this week. I know this intro, if you're watching, might look a little weird. This is the first one with visual I've done. This is just a little prelude, if you want to call it, just giving you guys some information. We're going to do a Zoom podcast, so the format will look a little different. I'll still be sitting here, but it'll be kind of configured. All the cool edits will still be in. Just a little different. The first visual Zoom one that we've done, if you're a listener, someone who listens, you've kind of gone through this before. How's the squad doing today, guys? I'm in a good mood. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about before I got into the podcast. There's one, I had like some very cool moments this week, and I know I say it, but I want you to know that I really mean it. Is I can't thank you enough if you support this podcast, if you listen every week, or if this is your first time. I truly can't thank you enough. It was super cool. Spotify did their Unwrapped this past week, where people found out who their top music was, their top podcast they listened to, and all that. And it was super cool, dude. I had so many people send me that I was their top podcast, or I was even in their top 5. Like, people sent me like, hey, man, I listened to you more than I listened to Joe Rogan this year. Or, hey, man, I listened to you more than I listened to, NPR this year. Like crazy, crazy shit like that, where I never in a million years would have thought that, however much they listened to that I would be held in that same high regard to anyone. So, just thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. It means the world. It was so awesome. And then another cool moment is again, the stickers, they should be on like the side of me now, photoshopped again. I put up a post. If you wanted them, I would mail them to you. I mailed some out this past Friday. I mailed them out to, Chicago, St. Louis, Colorado, Texas, all these different places. And it was so cool that people just in other states and other listeners and other members of the squad really wanted, my product and stuff. So thank you so much. It was so cool getting to, I wrote little handwritten letters to everyone and going to a post office and mailing out my stuff. This is the shit that I dreamed of, that I daydream about. The podcast, it's growing, and I love that so much. And I know we're still small, but it's just so cool that any of this is happening. I just wanted to have a moment to kind of gloat, I guess, and just talk to you guys for a second. Other than that, my two guests this week are going to be Korey Tillman and Cameron Petty. These guys are two of my really good friends from Murray's. They both were D linemen. I love these guys to death. The squad, you guys are going to enjoy this one because these guys are fucking ruthless. They're the ones who got me into shoes. They know how to bully me, and they know how to make fun of me. So I know some people were like, oh my gosh, Erica agrees with everything you say and thinks you're so funny. These guys are going to destroy me. This is being filmed before the podcast, so I have no idea what it's going to be like, but I know it's going to be fun, and I know you're going to get to hear them roast the shit out of me. You can finally hear the story from their point of view about the school shooter boots and all that. The only thing that's going to be different is they're going to do Avid Deserter, but they're not going to do a candy bar because it's very hard to get them candy bars as they live in different states. And also, I'm running out of like generic candy bars. If you got any suggestions, please DM me. But I have this World Market by my house where they sell kind of fancy candy bars. So the one I wanted to review this week is a Coffee Crisp by Nestle Crunch. So this is by the Nestle company. These originally are from Canada. That's why they're hard to get here. I was introduced to them when I was about 5 or 6 from my Canadian relatives. Lejean, it's French-Canadian. That's where it comes from, Quebec. I don't speak any French. But this is when I first had these. I remember one time my mom found them in a vending machine at her work, and she bought all 30 of them because they're so hard to find. But now they got them at this World Market. They're pretty good. This is what they look like. They look kind of boring, but what they're described as is a wafer bar with coffee cream center with other natural flavors. So this is exciting too because I quit coffee about 2 months ago. I haven't had one sip of coffee since. I do like tea now for my caffeine. I still don't take a lot of caffeine, but basically I'm a recovering crack addict who's going to just taste a little bit of crack right now. So maybe I'll be addicted to coffee again tomorrow. But let's see what I give these. Put them on that ranking scale. The ranking scale should be up next to me now. Let's go. Okay. The texture is awesome because they're light, flaky. There's obviously a heavy coffee taste to it. It's called a Coffee Crisp. don't know what you expected besides it to taste like coffee. It's great though. It's like a thicker Kit Kat. It has the consistency and flakiness of a Kit Kat with that coffee taste. It's a very adult candy bar. But the best thing about it is you can eat one of these, and I guess there's caffeine in it, so it gives you a little bit of energy. But besides the fact is you don't feel like a complete piece of shit because that coffee makes it not as sweet. It's good. I bet these would be really good to like dip in like coffee if you took like your coffee black or tea. I am gonna give this a rating of an 8.6 is my official rating of a coffee crisp. I have no idea where that falls on the candy bar list, but I know that 8 point something range gets a little crowded. I think Reese's is down there and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's a good rating because these are good. These would never be your first choice. They might be your last resort. Yep, I'm a fucking hack. But yeah, these are good. I like them. 8.6 is the official rating. So guys, just want to remind you, if you want stickers, they're free. I'm giving them away no charge. I'll mail them to you, nothing. I don't want anything. I just appreciate that you would support me. If you want them, let me know. DM me. Just I'll get them to you however we got to. And shoot, man, this is going to be a fun-ass episode. You guys are really going to enjoy it. And yeah, thank you guys for coming back and listening. So the squad, without further ado, here are my guests, Cam Petty and Korey Tillman. See ya. And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast. You guys heard the intro already earlier in the prelude, but this week my guests are my former teammates from Murray State and my good friends, Korey, Adams, Tillman, and Cameron Petty. So thank you guys for being on. I appreciate it. I already told the squad and the listeners, everyone watching and all that this was going to be an episode of mostly you guys just picking on me because that's kind of what our friendship insists of. Which is a good segue because the first thing we normally do is the kicks of the cast, and the way the cameras are kind of set up, you can't see my shoes, but if you're watching, there's a superimposed image of what you guys called the school shooter boots. So I wanted to kind of talk about that from your guys' opinion, because you guys are kind of the ones who got me into shoes because you bullied me so much about the pair of shoes I showed up with. So you guys remember how fucking ugly those were?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you walked in the locker room, had some baggy sweatpants.
Baggy sweatpants.
And then you had some hiker boots, them serial killer boots.
Yeah.
And you tucked the baggy sweatpants into them. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is as white as you can get. I've never seen it before.
It was not a good look. For anyone who hasn't heard the story, I talked about it in an earlier episode. When I first came to Murray, there's no rain in California. So I was like, oh, I need waterproof shoes. And my mom was like, I'll buy you some. And she took me to Big Five and she bought me waterproof boots that were $20. So that right there explains why they looked like that. And I wore them and I wasn't into shoes. I didn't think they looked that bad. And you guys let me fucking have it till now. It's still to this day. We talk about shoes. It was tough. And I had the beat up Converse too.
Those Converse were terrible.
Yeah. I was rocking the same pair of Converse for like 3-4 years straight. There were holes in the side and shit. You guys helped me reinvent myself and make myself less embarrassing of a human. You helped me be less of a generic white guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Bullying works. I don't care.
Yeah, bullying does work.
Bullying works.
Yeah, no, bullying for sure works.
Make bullying great again. Mm-hmm.
Make bullying great. I'm going to start selling those hats. We finally got red hats back and shit, dude. You don't got to feel I have like a red hat and it has like, it's like a fucking bent hat. It has a picture of like a seal and a rum bottle. And it's like from like a brewing company. And anytime I wear a red hat, people are like, oh, hey man, you a fucking MAGA supporter? Like I can't get away with wearing that shit. What?
But you did vote for him, didn't you, brother?
Yeah, when did you start wearing your Trump hat?
You voted for that man.
I knew this shit was gonna come up. That you guys were gonna try and say this.
You voted for that man.
I've talked about this shit on this podcast. I would not vote for that man.
They don't know the real you though.
They don't know
we're
the
not.
real.
No, we're not gonna do that on this podcast. We're not starting that bullshit here, dude.
What he said at practice that day, Corey?
Nah, these guys. I'm gonna get ahead of this right now. You two, and shout out our D-line coach, Coach Vaughn, decided one day it would be funny because we all used to fuck around that you guys were like Coach Vaughn one day was just like, why would you say that racist shit? And I was like, I didn't say anything. And you guys were like, I heard him. And you guys kept saying that I called Tay Carruthers a monkey. That was
you called him Curious George.
Curious George. I was like, and I knew you guys were fucking with me, but it got to the point where I was like, people are gonna hear this, and that's gonna be my reputation to other people on the team is the racist ass white guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not trying to have that shit happen. You guys, so I want to catch the listeners up a little on what you guys are up to, get them to know you guys a little bit better and all that. So Cam, you're still at Murray State. You got one more year of football left, right?
Yep.
And you play defensive tackle still, right?
Yep. Play nose guard.
Hating life there still?
Terrible.
Terrible? Yeah. I can't even imagine. And Korey, what are you up to now? I know you were doing like an engineering internship out in DC before we graduated, right? No?
I'm living on my parents' couch.
You're OnlyFans.
You doing OnlyFans?
I do have OnlyFans.
I heard you were working the corner.
www.onlyfans/
Diabetes
Black
toast.
Magic. No, Black Magic. Follow
Black
me.
Okay. There's got to be one that's already taken with Black Magic. That
But I work in construction right now. I'm an assistant superintendent in Memphis.
Okay.
Working for Evans General Contractors, building like 1 million square feet, million-plus square foot warehouse right now. But next year, but like my destination changes each year, so I can go anywhere throughout the Southeast. So I can go to Texas, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina. I can even go to California. Really, I can go wherever I really want.
That's cool. That's cool. A nice little job where you can get some like real life experience, move around and stuff. Because do you want to stay in Memphis for the rest of your life, or or is there somewhere else?
Hell no.
You got ties down in Louisiana, or are you just a Saints fan?
Yeah, I got ties down in Louisiana. My whole family's from Louisiana.
Okay.
My parents are the only people that moved out of Louisiana.
Oh, okay, for sure.
They're the only two people. Yeah, so like my aunts and my uncles, they all stuck, like they just don't want to leave. So,
I get you. Cam,
I don't stay in Memphis, so.
Yeah. Cam, for the listeners, where are you from? So they know.
Newmark, Alabama.
Newmark. See, that's why Newport?
Newmark. Where are you from, Corey? Tell the listeners where you You're from everywhere on the goddamn map. Let you tell it.
We got a Newport out here, but it's like beach city and white people, and everyone dresses in school shooter boots and baggy sweatpants out there.
So you must be there.
The Brandon Originals.
Yeah, it's the Brandon. A lot of people who look like me spawn from there. They crawl out their mom's vagina with school shooter boots on. But yeah, dude, that's good. I'm glad to hear you guys are doing good. We've kind of stayed in touch throughout all of that. So what we kind of do now is to kick off the podcast. We talk about you a little, and we get into we'll come back to this segment. But when the podcast first started, the first and only segment was Would You Rathers. So we're going to answer a Would You Rather right now. First, they're not supposed to be necessarily easy answers. Just you got to pick one. No, everyone is always like, can I just pick the option where I kill myself? But that's not an option here. So the first one is, would you rather only eat burnt meals for the rest of your life, or half-eaten leftovers from a random person for the rest of your life?
From a random, you got a random person.
Yeah, because it'd be a lot easier if you were
So it could be a.
It could be what?
So it could be a Mara that you have to eat after.
Yeah, it could be. Bro.
Yeah, I'll take that burnt food.
You want the rhythm of my food, right?
I'll take that burnt food.
Yeah. The burnt food would be tough though, because there's no way it's gonna taste good. But I don't.
But I mean, it's ways you could burn food and it still tastes good though. So
I mean, would you rather eat burnt food or like leftovers from some white mom's nasty casserole she put together?
Yeah, that
I don't want
burnt food
fish casserole.
Yeah, that burnt food probably would taste better. And I mean, even before COVID, like, I mean, now like the idea of sharing food with people is kind of like doesn't happen anymore because of COVID. But even before that, like that shit would still be nasty. Like, you ever seen someone take a bite of food and that like spit strand comes off their food and shit? And now you gotta go eat from that same food? Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I can't do that.
I'm going burnt food too. I can't do it. Okay. So I want to do we already talked about the school shooter boots. You guys got me into shoes because of when we in the process of bullying me for the school shooter boots, you bullied me for the Converse too. And I got my first pair of like black Vans out there, which is like very basic ass shoes, but just that like cleanliness of having the shoes had me hooked. Do you guys remember, because I know you both are into shoes too, do you guys remember your first pair of shoes that you were like, oh fuck, like I really like shoes, or no?
I think I had some thong sandals.
Okay.
Like, you know, some thong sandals, like the plastic thongs.
That's what got you, is the thong sandals?
Yeah, them plastic shower shoes. Them things, like they just so comfortable. You can just slide your foot in, big toe go right to the left, to the right.
I know you got some nasty ass feet too.
Man, big toe dislocated. He walking around with thong sandals on.
You missed like half the season because your big toe broke, right?
I know that. No, I didn't break. It just dislocated. Like, no, it popped right out. It popped right out. So yeah, now my big toe is like this. This is my big toe. Here's my other toe.
So how are you?
Yeah, so like I can grip. So it's basically like an opposable thumb. I can grip stuff.
Oh, so you evolved. That's cool. Evolution at its finest, right there. That's fucking hey, that's what your OnlyFans is you just pick shit up with your feet, and old men buy that shit.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff with my feet.
Okay, I'll be right now on the bottom of the screen. There'll be a link to www.onlyfans.
Okay.
What's it called? What was your name again?
Black Magic.
Black Magic. Okay. That's gonna be the name of the episode. It's gonna be episode 38, Black Magic, with Korey, Adams, Tillman, and Cameron Petty. That's the name of the episode right there.
God.
What about you, Cam? Do you have a pair of shoes that you remember that first?
The Fire Red 4s. I think it was
okay.
When I was in second grade. It was just everybody at church and at school had them. So like, that was just a must-have pair. I first fell in love.
Okay, yeah, it was like, I think, because like, I don't know, just like growing up and stuff, like I didn't know anyone that was into shoes, and like because I just grew up in such like where I live is such like a predominantly white, like super whitewashed neighborhood.
Skateboard.
Like,
yeah.
Yes, like it was like basically you rocked Converse or Vans. That was it. Like I didn't know anyone that wore Jordans until fucking late high school. People started wearing Jordans, but that was. Did you have a
pair of DC shoes?
You had.
Oh yeah, definitely. I had the.
Oh
I had,
god, yeah.
I had like the. Bro, I got one pair of shoes the whole year. That was what it was. It's like my dad bought me one shoes, and he was like, "These will be good for everything you do in them." Like. Yeah, dude. I did not. Shoes was never a thing. Like even when I first started buying shoes. My dad was just like, why do you need so many pairs of shoes? Like you just need one. Like my parents both are kind of over the whole shoe buying thing, you know? Like my mom gets pissed when packages show up if they're shoes now. And my dad too. I feel like my dad's just mad because he didn't think his son would be like, hey, does this match my outfit so much?
Some shoes, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like, you think this green goes with this? And he'll just fucking shake his head at me like.
He's like, I don't care.
I remember when you used to talk about football all the time. Like,
Did you ever get that pair of LeBrons?
The Oreos, yeah, they were the kicks of the cast on the last episode. I ended up buying them on GOAT.
You have them?
That man's looking for LeBrons for a legit like 15 bucks.
The Nike LeBron 16 Oreos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought them on GOAT. Yeah, I bought them for like $220 on GOAT. which wasn't terrible, but I'm still pissed because you remember that day in the locker room, bro? They were on sale for like $100, and I was like, I don't know if I should buy them. Went to after our lift, and they were sold out, and they never dropped ever again, and I had to pay the extra fucking price for them. My last shoe related question: do you guys have in your shoes right now? What's your favorite pair of shoes you have? Like mine always rotate. But right now, mine are those not to rub it in, Korey, the mocha ones, the dark mocha
Shut up,
ones
man.
I got. Yeah,
Shut
fuck
up.
you. Hey man, I tried so hard to get you those shoes. Fuck you.
I'm gonna catch them sometime. I don't know when I'm gonna catch them, but I'm gonna catch them.
Yeah, those are mine. You guys got a favorite pair of shoes, like your go to if you're? I mean, we don't go out much anymore, but if you're really trying to like show off your shoe game.
I think for me it's the Black Cat 4s.
Okay.
Right now.
Still the thong sandals.
He better say something stupid.
Yeah, he's going through bullshit ass answers he can give me. Come on, man. What are you gonna say?
I'd say probably the 7210s, just because you can really do anything with them.
Dude,
because they got
Timbs
black up top and then it's like the white.
Yeah, Timbs are such a nice. You just said Timbs. That's what you said.
So
he said the 7210s.
I said the 7210s.
Oh, hey, my bad.
He got a fake sneakerhead on the podcast.
Oh my.
Bro, I couldn't hear you. Sorry, man. Speak the fuck up, Black Magic. Come on, say it with your chest. I didn't hear you, bro.
I was going to say, he said Tim.
Don't you ever buy you a pair of
only time I wear Tims. What?
That's what I was saying. Don't ever buy you a pair of Tims, Brandon. I don't think you can rock those.
I don't think I can, too. I think
they'll be flapped over like KJ's. They're going to be flapped over like KJ's.
They can't be worse than the blue Tims. The Amari blue Tims.
It'll be like
that. Blue Tims are legendary.
Oh.
they're infamous, bro. They're legendary in all the wrong ways.
I actually with Hawaii shorts.
Yeah, that with the Udonis Haslem.
I never forget that.
That was
what are you done? That was bad.
The go fit. I love Amari though. Not a chance in the world he listens to this podcast, but love the guy, and if he hears it, it's all love. But I actually don't know the shoes that you're talking about, Korey. So I'll look them up after because I want to know.
I'll go get them.
Okay, yeah, I want to see them because I'm also gonna like with the shoes you said. I'll put them up on the thing, like I'll edit it in after so everyone can see it. Yeah, dude. I'm trying to chill on buying shoes right now because I just had been. My shoe rack's full too, so it's kind of like a nice like, hey, chill out. And I think I have like 13 pairs now, so I got more than enough. Like some don't even get wore for a fucking while, especially now. So I'm trying to chill. Oh, those are dope. Those look like the Jubilees that just dropped.
Those look fake.
Mm-hmm. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Those are nice.
Man, I got the raffle ticket.
I want the playoff breeds. Those are like my dream shoe, but they're so fucking expensive on resale right now. They're like $450 in my size, and I just can't. I can't drop $450, bro. I can't do it. They'll go down. I
just want the cool grays.
The cool grays.
I think that would be like the last. Yeah, that'll be the last 11s I would
come back out next.
Either the cool grays. You said what?
I think they're gonna come back out next Christmas. The cool grays.
Oh yeah, the cool grays, and then I think it's like Win like 96, all red.
Oh, okay.
I see you pair them right now.
Yeah. I want to see you guys bargain.
Oh yeah, you do have them. Yeah, you stole them from me.
I'm gonna about $450.
Did you see they're dropping the 2 of the UNC colorways for the Jordan 1s in February and January?
Oh yeah, those are dope.
They're dropping like they're dropping like the OG like UNC colorways with like the blue and the black symbol, but they're dropping a suede version where the whole blue leather suede, and I really fucking want those. And I don't have like a light blue pair of shoes like that, so
it's almost impossible to get ones right now though. So
I know. I got so lucky.
Money up and pay for a resale on them.
Yeah. At this fucking point. Okay, so we're gonna move into another part of the podcast. I appreciate you guys talking about shoes with me. We're gonna move into the avid deserter, which is normally we have the guests try candy bars. Like we have them pick their favorite candy bars and we try them and rate them. And then you guys give me your top 3 desserts and your least favorite dessert. So with the candy bar, it was too hard to like, I didn't want to be like, hey, go out and buy a candy bar. And also I've done all the generic candy bars. So I did it on the like prelude that I filmed for the episode. And I did like a coffee crisp, which I don't think you can get those out there.
What's that?
It's like a Canadian candy bar, but we have in Brea, there's a world market that sells like fancy, I don't know. It's like a bougie ass.
Did you do the whatchamacallits?
I did those already, and those are the lowest ranked ones. I fucking hated those.
God, that's trash. What about paydays?
Paydays, we just did those the last episode. Those were like they weren't bad. It was just weird because they're like not as sweet as a normal candy bar. Like they're almost like not a candy bar. They're just all nuts, bro.
What? I used to love them things when they used to hand them out in meetings.
We got the shitty ass 0 bars. I haven't done the 0 bar yet or whatever. I'll do that shit. Those are not good. Those are really bad. You feel nauseous by the end of them.
Yeah, I was about to say, you talking about the silver package?
They were like all white. We get them. I had like 15 of them in my locker by the end of the year. They were they were gross. Yeah. I did the paydays, but it was like they weren't bad, like, and I bet they seem like a fire ass snack where you could eat them while you're doing shit and not feel like a piece of shit.
You
like
can eat them when you drink a Coke.
Yeah. You drink a lot of soda, huh?
You're the sweet Southern thing. He doesn't know about that, Korey.
No.
You said what?
Peanuts and Coke or whatever.
Oh, you said that's a Southern thing?
Yeah, they don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I only knew about it once I moved to Murray. That wasn't shit that I had heard about.
People don't do it.
Now that I'm back here, bro, people get on my ass every time I say y'all, which is now part of my vocabulary. And like I typed it in an email, a work email the other day, and someone was like, "Y'all, are you from the South?" And I was like, "Oops, yeah." I ain't getting fired, bro. All right, so what we're gonna do is I already reviewed the coffee crisp, and I want to get your guys' top 3 desserts and then your least favorite. So the only stipulation is like, don't be like cake, ice cream, candy. Like be like, red velvet cake. Like be more specific. And then if you can't think of a least favorite, I get it. That one's sometimes hard for people. Mine, to give you a little help, was I said Jello. I don't like Jello. It's a lazy ass dessert. It's for old people taking their medicine. That's the only type.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know I look old as fuck and I look like I should eat Jello, but what's your guys'?
So are we doing the top 3?
Top 3 favorite, yeah. If you need a second, I can name mine, but they've heard it a bunch of times. But if you got it now, we're ready for them.
Top 3 favorite off the top of my head: chocolate cake.
Okay.
Strawberry cake.
Okay. Big cake guy.
Are honey buns desserts? Is it honey?
Yeah,
buns?
Bro. Honey buns can be a dessert.
Yeah.
Hey, that was the saddest selection of desserts I've ever heard on this podcast.
He had caps all in his mouth as a kid. With silver caps.
I had no caps in my mouth.
Damn.
The worst dessert though is pumpkin pie. Terrible.
Oh, hey, I'm hands down on you with that shit. Pumpkin pie fucking sucks.
It's not that bad.
Pie. Look at his face. I know you like pumpkin pie.
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
Hey, he was hurt. He got attacked by that shit.
It's not that bad.
3.
Okay.
It just depends. It depends on who makes it.
Yeah, I was a little dramatic with it. I don't think it's awful, but I do not like it. That's why, like, on Thanksgiving every year I make an apple pie because I'm like, I'm not gonna eat this shit. It just it doesn't do it for me.
Pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie don't even taste different.
Hey, okay,
oh yeah. You said what?
They don't taste different.
You said they don't taste the same?
No. They don't taste different. They taste the exact same. They're just orange crust.
What?
They're both disgusting. They have no taste.
So you don't like yams?
You be tearing them up, don't you? I like sweet potatoes, but not in pot form.
What?
How can you eat something for dinner and then you eat it for dessert too? How can it be both?
But don't you eat sweet potato casserole?
Yeah, but I don't consider it
stuff with the marshmallows. It's the same thing.
I don't use the marshmallows. I like the ones with the Pecan.
Oh god.
I had
That's
Ed
a lie
on
because
the
we went somewhere for a away game.
I ain't never
And they
went to
had
no
sweet
buffet.
potato
with
casserole
sweet potatoes.
at the
You
bar,
I lost
and
control
you
of
had a
the
whole
podcast.
plate.
You were lying.
You had a whole
lying. Why are you sitting here lying on this podcast?
You had a whole plate.
Why do you like to lie so much? I don't understand anybody just lie.
Personality trait, bro. They could live a new life any second.
You're a terrible. You know what I told you? You know what I told you the other day, Korey? You
Hey,
know what I told you? Your daddy should have did. He should have worn protection. You a menace to society. Your dad ruined America by making you.
Oh my God.
Oh god.
Hey, so I had Ed on the podcast a couple episodes ago, and he said sweet potato pie was one of his favorites, and I had to have him explain to me what sweet potato pie is, and then he couldn't answer this question, so I'm hoping you guys can. What's the difference between a sweet potato and yams?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, that's what I said, and Ed was like, I don't think it is, but he had no idea either. So we spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out what sweet potato pie was versus like yams and all that. I've never had sweet potato pie though, and I also thought and I thought the sweet potato pie had the marshmallows on top, but you're saying that's only the casserole?
Yeah, that's the casserole.
The casserole is, yeah.
Okay.
I only had that at like if I go to like a bar or like a white person house.
You go to a bar and instead of ordering a drink, you order.
I'm talking about like how when we went to
Oh, you mean a buffet?
Yeah, buffet. Yeah.
Those are two completely different things.
It's the same thing. They got bars.
No, I don't want to drink. Just give me a slice of pie, man.
Yeah. It's the fattest thing I've ever heard. This shit. Do you guys hear Lucky's closed, dude? Fuck. You guys didn't really go to, you guys didn't really go to Lucky's much. I know you did a couple times, Cam, but they like a week ago, like 2 weeks ago, were just like, hey, today's our last night. We're doing karaoke on a Tuesday. And they gave everyone COVID there as a parting gift because I'm sure no one wore a fucking mask. Okay, so we got off topic. Who was listing their favorite dessert? You were, and it was cake, and pie.
Honey buns.
And honey
buns.
And you said your least favorite is pumpkin pie. Okay, so then Korey, what about you?
The top number one gotta be pregame, but the night before the game, that cheesecake is number one. Gotta be number one.
Hey, only one of those slices was good though. Some of them were trash. Mean? I didn't like.
Okay, I didn't like the
dark chocolate one. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
You said you liked it?
No, I said I didn't like it. That was the one I didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. But cheesecake probably is number one. Next is it's either got to be red velvet cake,
okay,
or it has to be like buttercream icing cake, whatever that type of cake is, and then the last one is probably pound cake.
I'm laughing at Cam on the bottom because I can see his ass make fun of every one of the things.
Red velvet cake is another one of those things. Like what is red? It's just chocolate cake with red dye.
No, it's not.
It's not. It is not the same. It's not the same.
The icing.
You can put buttercream icing on a chocolate cake.
No, it's different.
It's different, dude. It's
what
different.
What's different about it?
The taste.
It's chocolate cake with red.
It's not just chocolate cake.
Yeah, it's not. It's other mixings when you make it.
There's other mixes into.
Right, you want me to Google?
There's other mixes that go with. Oh my god! Ask your mother. I'm trying to tell you. She probably knows.
It's cocoa powder.
Okay.
Type in homemade red velvet. The first thing you're gonna see.
I'm looking up red velvet cake. All right, I gotta pull up a recipe because it's just a bunch of ads for this shit. All right, here's red velvet on allrecipes.com. So this is like where white people get all their recipes from. 1 cup of shortening, sugar, eggs, 2 tablespoons of cocoa, red food coloring, salt, vanilla extract, buttermilk, that all-purpose flour, baking soda. And
buttermilk
there ain't no way you put distilled white vinegar in a cake. That can't be right? That's
buttermilk. Like that was a game changer. You drink buttermilk, don't you?
I'm telling you that buttermilk is a game changer.
Chitlins too, don't you?
Huh?
I never had chitlins either.
You said chitlins?
Yeah, you eat chillin'?
Never,
Yeah, you do.
never in my life. That's Brandon.
But I don't think they're the neck of chickens, right?
They the
Oh,
intestines.
they didn't taste
Ugh.
like cow.
They like
How
the
does that
digestive tract.
how does that not taste like shit?
It's
They
horrible.
squeeze
You
the
gotta
shit
leave
out.
the house when they cook it.
Yeah, they
Whole house
squeeze it
cook
out.
This just
They-
sounds like
they-
eating ass with extra steps.
But yeah, that's how they clean them. It's nasty.
That's what you over there texting, man. You see your whole contact list.
It's his OnlyFans, bro. He's reaching
That's
out.
a lot. I was about to say, yeah, I'm getting a little thing promo going on.
Hey, so what's your least favorite dessert then? Korey.
He named every dessert for his favorites. He probably ain't got a least favorite.
Dude,
I say
you look like
lemon
you like all
meringue,
desserts.
lemon meringue pie.
Okay.
No, not lemon meringue, but key lime pie. I don't like it.
Okay, that's a good one. That one hasn't been said yet for a least favorite. Neither is pumpkin pie. Funny enough,
Yeah, I don't like key lime. That's
key lime
disgusting.
pie is fucking disgusting.
It's disgusting.
I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of that shit. All right, guys, that was the avid deserter segment. So that was a good segue. We talked about it. I wanted to talk a little bit about the team dinner, because this is what I kind of wanted, just for us to share some memories, some good memories we had, shoot the shit, all that kind of stuff. One of my favorite memories from Murray will be the team dinners, us three, and we got to include KJ too. He's not here, but actually he's okay. That made me sound like he was dead. He's all right, guys. But dude, we had some fun ass memories. Those pregame meals were fucking fun. Do you even remember what we talk about? I feel like we just shit on people and each other. You guys are bullying me a lot.
Yeah, like the week of practice also.
Yeah,
I don't remember much pregame meals, but I remember when you got
The
what was that,
CTE.
motion sickness on the way. Where are we going when Brandon got
Lexington,
He
bro.
cleared out the whole bus.
They gave this man his own floor in the hotel.
They give me bro.
He had COVID before it was COVID.
I know, for real. They treated me like I had COVID, bro. Locked me in. I remember like people were like, "Stay the fuck away from me." And I missed out on Golden Corral too, bro. They only let me eat rice. Fulton was like only rice. I was like, I think I just got motion sickness. Dude, I had to sit at the front of the bus for the rest of the year just with all the coaches. You guys would all have a grand old time in the back, and I'd just be up behind Coach Vaughn and Coach Ham. Just that shit sucked. Yeah, dude. I got so sick on that. I threw up so much on the long ass drive to Lexington. Fuck that, dude. Y'all remember how terrible the ride was too? Did we play Akron or Toledo? I always get this wrong. Who did we play?
It's Toledo.
Toledo, and that shit
I
was
don't remember.
horrible.
I had like half a bottle of ZQL.
I remember, bro.
My best friend.
Yeah, I you put me on that, and I remember I bought some too because I was like, I can't stay awake for 10 hours in a bus.
Yeah, you get that ZQL and lay on the floor. Knock you out.
Don't wake up all because you want to take a nap on the bus.
Hey,
Dude,
it'd be the best. It'd be the best nap ever.
Yeah, we had
Go to a Pop Smoke concert.
Pop Smoke featuring Michael Jackson. Be the best concert of your life.
That's fucking funny. You guys are pieces of shit for that.
Scared.
Yeah, bro. Those are so. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Korey, you didn't really. You never really partied with us. I remember you had to be wheeled in a little rolling chair one time because you fell asleep.
I don't remember that.
I remember that. I wasn't even there, and I remember that. Cam was there. He remembers that.
Nah, Cam wasn't there. Cam left.
I left. Oh, yeah, I did leave.
Yeah.
When I left, Korey was jumping up and down to the music, and then 15 minutes later, I get a picture of him face first on the ground, passed out. He's like texting me like I just left Korey to die or something.
Yeah, you did.
Ain't nobody take a drink on Four Locos.
Nah,
yeah, bro, that's dangerous.
No Four
Yeah, Four Locos. The one time I had Four Loco in Murray, I just woke up the next morning in Hogan Camp's house. Like it's those nights you just are like, I was like, how did I get here? Erica had she had Four Locos too, and I guess in my drunk rage I covered her face with a Sharpie. So I woke up on the floor next to her at Hogan Camp's, and she had penises and Nazi signs all over her
yeah.
face, and I guess I was the one who drew those. So
that shit
she
ain't
was
funny.
yeah, she wasn't too happy
Funny.
about it.
You said
Nazi
Nazi signs.
Yeah.
Hey, they say the real you come out when you drunk, so you really
Yep,
are.
knew
racist.
you were gonna say that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about more white people shit I do, because Korey, no one out here really knows like what Q dogs are, and this might be the whitest thing I've ever said, but nothing brings me more joy than watching Q dogs dance. Like, I find it so fascinating.
Hop. It's hop.
The hop. Okay, my bad. The way you hop. I don't know. There's something about it. I the only way I get to see it now is like Snapchats and stuff, and I'll watch every second of a hop that any Q dog I know posts.
Why don't you jump in?
Because I'm not a Q dog and I don't want to get my ass
You
beat.
could jump in.
I was explained that very quickly. I was like, "Hey, what are they doing with their hand?" And someone was like, "Don't do that ever, unless you want to die." And I was like,
got caught doing it in the back of y'all's video that day.
"Oh, I do." Who was it again?
AD, it was. I think it was.
Yes,
It was AD.
It was y'all first day after that
Yeah.
scrimmage. AD's just in the back, just holding it like he's just
Dude, worse that he was doing it in like your initiation video too. Like, it was right as you guys got into, like, you guys was like, or sworn in. I don't know what the proper phrase is, but yeah, it was in the background. And I remember he was like, he came over to 514. He's like, "Bro, I think all the Q dogs are gonna beat my ass today." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "They caught me doing the thing in the back of their video." And I was like, "Dude, that can't do that shit." Yeah, that was my white person story I wanted to share. Is that I find it very.
Korey should give you an example, Brendan, to show all your friends.
What
example of what?
Of you hopping.
I still got that big toe fracture. It's still out the socket like
Come on,
that.
bro.
In the office, you don't need to.
I can't. My big toe is like this.
I'll be all right. Just use
Hey.
I can't.
Hey, do you
I
have a
can't even walk
video?
on it.
Do you have a video of you doing the hop?
I think so.
Send me that shit, and it'll now be put in between. It'll be playing between us, and they can see.
Okay.
Hey! 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 Going right.
And then that way you don't have to hurt your disgusting ass big toe.
I'm gonna send a picture of the big toe too.
All right, I'll put that on here too, man. I don't give a
Korey
fuck.
laid on the ground. I thought Korey had died. Korey was in the ground for like 15 minutes. It just started. Wasn't nobody even warm at that point.
That thing was hurting.
Nothing is funnier than the picture of him laying on the floor, and they have Korey Tillman and like.
You talking about Kentucky? That was Kentucky. Somebody posted that.
Yeah,
I was arguing with a Kentucky fan, and they posted that. I was like, what?
They got his hometown. They got his government name.
It was like Korey Tillman, Memphis, and like your age, your height, your weight, your year, and it's just you look like you got shot, bro.
I'm just on the ground. Yeah.
That shit was so funny, dude. Fuck. Do you guys think of any other funny memories? This is kind of where you can feel free to shit on me. And this is what the listeners want to hear, is just me getting made fun of. Deep down, none of them like me.
Yeah, let's see. We already covered the Curious George, the racist remark.
Yeah, I got ahead of that. Otherwise, I didn't want it just the whole podcast. You'd be like, "Remember when you were racist?" I'd be like, "Okay."
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything. I mean, there's probably so much shit we're forgetting. Hey, what about when AD with the bag?
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Oh,
I was there.
God!
You guys switch. Or what did Korey? What did Christoph say that day at the end of that drill?
He's a whole god.
for those who weren't Murray State D linemen. We were doing a drill where two people hold a bag and you worked on like a double team for the D lineman, and the coach was getting pissed because the bag holders were fucking up. So he was like, switch. And he meant for them to get two new people in holding the bag, and these two motherfuckers holding the bag just they just swapped bags. And the look he looked at us like it was The Office. Like he like looked like, are you seeing the same shit that I'm seeing? And he made him do up downs and do and poor Chris Stahl was stuck doing the drill over and over again and doing up downs. By the end of the drill, he was just like, oh God. This guy isn't as funny for anyone as it is for us, but oh shit, dude, I'm fucking sweating from laughing right now. Woo. Oh, fuck. Good time. When are we gonna meet up again, dude? And where? When are you guys coming to California? Obviously, I live in the best state.
When you pay?
Oh no, you live in that racist state.
We supposed to be flowing out.
Hey, we were blue.
Podcast. You.
Oh yeah, I was blue.
Zoom meeting.
Yeah, it's been blue. California is always blue. But I do live like probably
In the red.
fucking 25 miles away from where people were having anti-mask protests. So, you know, you'll be all right, dude.
And come out there.
Nah, man.
People with the white mask gonna get me. I don't know about that one. I don't want that.
Yeah, dude. I'll give you that. Like, I think you know where AK's from, Yorba Linda. That's where the KKK started.
You said the KKK. You related?
No, where it
Grand
started is where AK is
Grand
from.
Wizard.
Hey, man, people, my mic is so much better than yours. People can hear what I'm saying more than what you're saying. That's just not gonna work. I'll turn your track down if I have to. It'll be all right. Yeah, I'm gonna voice over all the shit you're saying. It's just gonna be like, well, Brandon, you're so funny. I'm gonna make it my voice too.
This man Brandon gonna be canceled after this episode.
I know.
Be...
Never gonna get to host the Oscars, bro.
Your ass.
My dream's done. All right, so we're gonna move into a reoccurring segment. This segment is the Dumbass of the Week, brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass, dumbasses, dumbass, 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 dumbass.
And the Dumbass of the Week this week is the Hungarian Prime Minister. Did you guys hear about what happened to this guy?
Mm-mm.
The Hungarian Prime Minister, he was here in America for like a UN or some meeting or some shit like that. And Hungary is very anti-gay rights. And he was caught by police this weekend at a 25-man orgy. He was caught naked climbing out the window of the 25-man orgy.
Yeah, ain't no coming back from that.
No, yeah, there's no way he's allowed back in his country. They're gonna stone him to death or some shit for that.
There's some shit right there.
Yeah, bro, he easily wins the Dumbass of the Week because they were like in the news earlier the week for like they were having big problems with like the gay rights movement over there, and he was like, there's like video footage of him being like, gay people shouldn't have rights. That shit's wrong. Someone's going to cut just me saying that part, and it's going to just be me saying gay people shouldn't have rights. But, and he had all that shit. And then, it came out that he, this whole time, was a very gay man, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But
nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
He's an extravagant. He's not a black and white gay man. Like, he is an extravagant gay, like not, a 25-man orgy is not a normal, is not just a walk in a park for gay people.
Yeah, but say that ain't your first trip.
No.
It's not your first trip over. You had some experience.
He had to work up. It had to start small.
You got some grip in the game.
He's got to have like an MMA record of just orgies, like 55-0, some shit like that.
Yeah, he real holy.
Nice. That was a good one. Yeah, so Hungarian Prime Minister, whatever the fuck his name is, he wins our Dumbass of the Week. So we're gonna start wrapping the podcast up here. I know it's been a little bit. Zoom hit me with congrats, you get free time. So I didn't have to flex on them and pay for the extra minutes. But we're gonna go now. We're fully into the Would You Rather segment of the podcast. we're going to do 2 would you rathers right here. So the first one is, would you rather never get stuck in traffic or never have to wait for your food? So food's always instantly ready. At first, I thought that this would be an easy traffic one, but with how fat all of us are, or I used to be and you still both are, is I figured that you guys would have real trouble picking out.
Don't you see now you offending him. Now he's gonna be upset the rest of the night.
Hey man, how much weight you down now? Because you told me you were gonna get down to 220.
I did not say. I said 240.
What did he say?
I'm at 250 right now.
You've been at 250 for 3 years. Let you tell it.
No, I was at 280 in Murray.
Okay, yeah, you were, and you got that. You're like 6'4", and your legs got to be 6 foot tall. So that shit was
I'm
very
like
compacted.
6'6". Really?
Oh my God.
You ain't 6'6", bro.
I'm taller than you.
You are not. I'm 6'2". And
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
lying
lie.
6'3".
You give me yourself some.
You are not. Okay, then if I'm giving myself something, you are not 6'6". You're not 4
Okay,
inches taller than me.
I say at least 6'2" and a half or 6'3".
You're 6'2" and you're 6'3" with the the 97s or the Vapor Maxes with the little raise
Oh
in them.
my God! Now he ain't got into shoes. Now he, Lord.
Bro, you are not. There is no way that you are 6'4".
I'm trying to tell you, probably shrunk a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I tend to
That's probably
shrink
what
in
it
my
is.
old age.
You got that.
Yeah,
big
but
thing.
you're pretty old.
Nah,
Yeah,
dude.
You was looking about 55 last year. Now you looking about.
Yeah.
I de-aged a little. I lost the weight, and I look like mid-30s now. 40s?
You gotta go up. Yeah, you gotta go up.
Do I at least look? Do I look like a young 40?
57.
Like 41,
Nah.
57? How'd I get older? I've been putting lotion on my crow's feet, trying to get rid of them, dude. Moisturizing every day.
Oh man.
What'd you say,
my
Cam?
God.
You saw that picture of you with that age app where he aged you? In your,
Dude, hey, I
picture?
do, and like I'm on TikTok because it's good to promote like the podcast and comedy, and that's my TikTok picture is the old ass picture of me where I look.
Oh God.
I look 80, but I only look like I aged about 20 years from how I normally look. That shit's it's tough, dude. Because like when you're out doing open mics for comedy and stuff, I meet so many people. And you get to talking and like always the basic conversation with like a comic is like, how long have you been doing it for? And they're like, I'm like, oh, like a year, almost a year, blah, blah, blah. And then they hit me. They're like, oh yeah, I mean, how old are you? And I'm like 23. And they go, you're 23? Yeah, man. And they go, I thought you were like 30. And I'm like,
You think Erica, your daughter?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's happened. That's happened before.
Man, get the cops getting caught on taking the girl on the date.
It hurts dude. I've gotten used to it at this point. Like I have a joke in my act where I'll be like, yeah, I'm 23 years old, and like there's always just a dead silence. And I'm like, yeah, none of you thought I was that age, huh? And then like everyone is just like, I thought you were fucking 30, 35, and because I went to Korea in December, like before COVID and all that.
You just got money, don't you?
You bought that shit.
And yeah, and everyone there, bro, thought I was so old. This one girl, she like came up to me in like the club and she was like, hey, like she spoke like super broken English. Like, do you and your friends want to come hang out with like me and my friends? Like I got cute friends. And I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna put my friends on and stuff. And I'm walking out of there and she's like, so how old are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm 20. I was 20. No, I was still 20. How old am I right now? I was 22 at the time. Look at that CT right there. And I forgot how old I was. And she goes, you liar. And I'm like, what? And she goes, you not 22, you at least 30. And I was like, no, I swear I can show you my ID. And she goes, no way. She goes, what do you do for a living? And I go, oh, and at the time I was working at the restaurant. So I was like, oh, I wash dishes and I do stand-up comedy at night. Bro, she walked away from us and ran off. She was done. She was like, there's no green card, sugar daddy and this shit. This is some broke, old, young-looking motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
That shit hurt my feelings the worst. I think that one did, just because she thought I was lying to her. It was funny, too. People, like, there's not a lot of white people out there or, like, tall people. So, like, little kids would fucking just be like,
NBA
and like
player.
point at me and shit. It was cool. I was like a celebrity. No big deal.
God, Lord.
Did we ever figure out what would you rather we're doing here? Traffic or food? Never have to wait for traffic or never food? I'm going traffic.
I would say traffic.
Traffic, yeah.
Traffic, yeah. I thought that one was harder, but it's really not. Like, even though, like, I mean, all of us kind of like when we're back home live around traffic. And yeah, I can wait for food, bro. Like, I work like 45 minutes from home. So when there's traffic, that shit can turn into like an hour and a half. So if I could never wait in traffic again, that'd be perfect.
You take a helicopter to work, don't you? You got money, don't you?
I take a helicopter to work. All right. This one is kind of ridiculous. Would you rather have teeth as pubes, or would you rather pubes your teeth? Okay, hold up? Would you rather your teeth be pubes or have your pubes be teeth?
How would your teeth be?
So, like, when I smile right now, instead out of my gums is just some like straggly ass hair.
That's nasty.
Or whatever. I don't know. Hey, I got a question. Black guys, is your pubes? Do you think your pubes are different than white guys, or do we all have same pubes? Because we grow different hair. No. Yes.
Why?
You don't want to answer that?
I want to answer.
All right, that's cool, man. I knew that.
I don't know why you want to know the answer to that question.
Yeah, what is it?
Curiosity killed the cat, man. Because I'm white and I'm from California and shit like that doesn't get us as uncomfortable.
Look it up.
You should have said that question. Ed would have answered that.
Ed would have been like,
Ed would answer that.
Dog, you know, like, here, I'll just show you real quick. I'll be like, Ed, please stop. I don't know, dog. Dude, hey, perfect Ed story. This fool did my podcast, and I was like, hey, man, you mind reposting it and just promoting it? This fool hit me back 2 whole episodes later. Hey, bro, how do I post the link again? I was like, bro, there's 2 whole new episodes out. You're 2 weeks late.
He replied to a conversation to me like 3 weeks late one time and just kept talking about the same thing.
It's nice. He needs to learn it's not okay to do that. That shit can't happen. Yeah, all right. So you got teeth that look like pubes, or when you pull your pants down, you have like a row of teeth. Now that I think about it, this question doesn't really make any sense. I could have done better. Nah, I find these all on Reddit because I don't have the fucking brain capacity to come up with would you rathers every week. Some of them I do. Like,
what is the answer to the question?
Dude, I would go teeth pubes, like pubes that look like teeth. You know, like, you think about how ugly someone looks when they have no teeth. Imagine if pubes were coming out of them. This question's too easy as a thing, because it's like
you was biting a girl every time you had sex.
I mean, yeah. I mean, can I put like a muzzle on them or something? Like a mouth guard? I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of. This one is like, it's too hard to debate because I don't understand the logistics of having
pubes with teeth.
Yeah, and I can't get the wording right either. I'm sorry, I let you guys down. I'll come up with better ones next time. There were 2 good ones, dude. I'll go with a basic one that we've answered before, but I want to hear your guys' thought on it. Would you rather know how you're gonna die or when you're gonna die? I'd rather know when. Because like so in this question, so like, let's say, because a lot of people would be like, oh, I'd rather know like how, and then if you were like, you're gonna die hang gliding, you're just like, oh, I'd never go hang gliding.
I'd never go hang gliding.
But like in this question, let's say like, even if you're like, he's like parachuting, and then you're like, I'm never gonna go parachuting, and then boom, you're flying to Cali one day to visit me, and like, the plane's going down, you got to parachute now, and you're like, fuck, and you jump out, and then you're like, oh shit, this is what he's talking about, and your parachute doesn't deploy, boom, you're dead. So there's no escaping how you're gonna die. I think I'd want to know when, so that if they're like, hey, you're gonna die tomorrow, like, oh no, I'm gonna do some crazy shit if I find out I was dying tomorrow.
What you could do? Well, yeah, you freak man. I know what you're thinking.
Freak man.
Freak
you gonna
man.
go to that orgy that Hungarian.
Yeah, they don't want to meet that
orgy. Yeah. Man, skin 30.
Yeah. Skin 30. That's a phrase that you guys taught me that shit, because I'll say that back here and people are like, skin 30. I'm be like, it's time to masturbate. They're like, I like that shit. That hasn't made it out west yet.
Oh god.
What do you guys thinking? How you die or when you die?
Mm, I, ah, mm.
I'm gonna go with how, because you can still try to avoid it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go how.
You guys don't want to know when you die, so that if you're like,
I would freak out if you told me like, I don't know. I feel like if you told me I'm gonna die like a year from today, I'm gonna do crazy stuff for the rest of the
yeah, but you could live your life. Because imagine if you spent your last year at Murray State, your last year of life at Murray State. How mad would you be?
Imagine that day before you die, like how upset you're gonna be though if you know.
I mean, yeah, but you'd learn to accept it instead of like. But what if you do the how and they're like, you're gonna die in a car accident. Your ass just gonna walk everywhere. Then the car's gonna hit you on the side of the road one day.
Oh no.
There's no way escaping it, dude.
You can roll bounce to work.
Oh, what the fuck is roll bounce?
You don't know what roll bounce is?
No, what's that?
It's a movie, man. With Bow Wow?
Nah, I never even heard of it.
Know.
I'm sorry, man. You put me
never
on to
seen
some good
Roll
movies. You put me on to Life.
He just saw Life for the first time last year and watched it.
Yeah, this quarantine for the first time I saw like Coming to America, Life. What's the other one? What's the one with Trading Places? Is that what it's called? That one's with Eddie Murphy too, right? No? What movie?
No, The Professor?
No, I ain't seen that movie either.
What?
Should I watch that too?
Yeah, go watch Norbit too. You gotta watch Norbit.
Okay, I've seen Norbit. We used to have that on DVD. And I wasn't allowed to watch it, so I had to watch it at like friend's house. Yeah, I had movie restrictions when I was a child. All right, guys. We're going to move into the last segment and end this podcast. I appreciate you guys doing it. This one's called Last Resort Media. And this was just, I started at the start of the podcast during the quarantine where you share like music, movies, and shows you've been watching just so you can put people onto other stuff. If you've seen like a movie recently, the rating scale that we use for movies is 1 through 3. So 1 is you don't need to see it. 2 is you should see it, and 3 is a must see. And then like sometimes we'll do like it's a 2 closer to a must see, a 2 closer to you don't need to see it. That's kind of how I rate movies on here. So to give you guys a second to think about it, I got written down what I've been watching. What I've been listening to is I just started listening to St. John. You guys heard that new artist St. John?
Yeah, he trash.
I like him, but I knew you were gonna say that no matter who it was. I've been listening to St. John. And then I listen to really white music too. So another artist that I just started listening to again was Blink 182 back in 2000s. I like that type of music, bro. I like Green Day. Green Day was my most listened to artist on my Apple Music wrap up.
What about Nickelback?
I don't listen to Nickelback that much. I like Rockstar because of the karaoke we used to do, but I don't listen to it. I'll probably get into Nickelback. They all kind of sound the same. That kind of depressed rock and roll music, whatever you want to call it. It's like the blues of rock and roll. Yep. Even though I think the blues kind of like didn't rock and roll come from like blues music and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at me, I know things. And then shows I've been watching, Sherlock, and then movies I watched this week is I watched Freaky, which is this new movie with like Vince Vaughn. And it's called Freaky because it's like Freaky Friday where they switch places, but it's like this murderer who's Vince Vaughn and this like high school girl switch places. So now like the murderer's in the high school girl's body and the girl's in Vince Vaughn. And it's like a funny, like scary movie. So it's good. Vince Vaughn's funny in it. He's great. He like plays like he has the whole time act like he's a girl, like he's running around like all like this. He's really good in it. I give that one that one's a 2, closer to a 3. I thought it was really good. Except here's the thing is it's VOD right now, that direct to DVD shit where you got to pay $20. Wait till it's on a streaming service. It's not worth $20. And then we watch Christmas Vacation as like a family. That's our Christmas movie. But you guys do like Christmas movie traditions where you guys watch the same Christmas movie every year or not?
Yeah, next Friday. No, it's Friday after next.
Okay. Hey, I just saw that movie for the first time last week. I had never seen I saw Friday for the first time last year. and then I'd seen it's next Friday and then the Friday after that. That's how they're named, right? I had seen next Friday like years ago, and then but I'd never seen Friday or whatever the last Friday.
The Christmas one? You never seen the Christmas one?
No, I didn't see it till like I thought it was funny though. I liked it. It sucks that Chris Tucker's not in all of them. Is that who it is? Who's in the first one? Chris Tucker, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks that he's not in all of them because his character's great in the first one. But I mean, it's still good, dude. I like those movies. But I was saying the Christmas thing, this Christmas Vacation, we watch it every year. It's like it's fun. I like it. But my fucking family does this annoying shit where like there'll be a scene and they like quote the scene before it happens. I'm sure that this is the white people only shit, but it'll just be like we'll come into a scene and they'll ruin the punchline of the joke early before it happens, and that's what I get to deal with for like the whole 2-hour movie. So that shit sucks. But that movie's a great Christmas movie.
Y'all probably watch National Lampoons, don't y'all?
That's what it is. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah, y'all that
It's like that's the Legends.
Y'all that basic family.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
I don't even know how I knew it, but I knew it. Oh man.
Yeah.
They got like 60 National Lampoons movie too.
I've only seen like one other one of them, and it was not very good. I don't remember which one it was, but I don't think they're that great. And then I watched Ocean's 12 this week too. Which have you ever seen the Ocean's movies?
Mm-hmm.
They're a good series, but Ocean's 12 is definitely, if you're not like for a straight up movie, it's a 1. But it's like, you got to see it if you're watching the series, but it's definitely the worst one. That's the one where they go to like France and all that shit. It's just not as good. But that's what I've been watching and listening to. So this is kind of the part of the podcast. One of you, whoever wants to go first, can kind of put people onto some new music, new shows, anything like that.
We got it. Korey Adams.
Korey Adams, you're up first.
I've just been listening to the Future and Lil Uzi recently.
Okay.
The Pluto and Baby Pluto.
Is that good?
It's pretty good.
Okay, because I saw like mixed reviews on Twitter. I haven't listened to it, but I mean I like Future and I like Lil Uzi, so I'll have to check it out then. I just heard some people were like it's fire and some people were like it's trash. It was like a weird like polar opposites, nothing really in between.
Yeah, it's like some songs are good, some songs aren't. I mean, I wouldn't really listen to. Yeah. And then I listened to a band called They. It's kind of like a black not rock band, but like I don't know. They're like a band though. They're like a black band.
Yeah.
They released an album called the Manda Tape, and it's pretty good.
For sure.
And then movie wise, I don't really watch that many movies for real. Especially like when I turn on Netflix, it's. But there is a good movie called Six Underground that has.
Okay.
You seen it?
No, I know what you're talking about. Is that the one where they go to like Vietnam?
No.
No. I'm thinking of the Five Bloods.
Yeah. But there's a movie called Six Underground. I'm trying to think. It's the same guy that plays. He plays Deadpool. Who's that? Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like this billionaire, and he leads this team of like 6 people, well 5 people, including himself.
Mm-hmm.
And they go kill like this like high power guy that's corrupting like some world overseas. I don't know. It's not like Iran or Afghanistan or something like that. But like they kill him, and it's a really good movie. And then another good movie, I haven't seen it in a while, but I think it's a good movie. It's the last Mission Impossible. They go, I don't know where they go, but it's like Well, I think that's a good movie. And then TV show wise, I haven't really been watching that much TV either.
Yeah,
I guess I'll go with the Bernie Mac show.
I just started watching that like a couple. Like I'm on season 3 now, and I didn't even know it was a show until like I mean, Cam, you tried to put me onto it while I was in Murray, and I never got around to it, and then I finally got into it. And it's fucking awesome, super funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I've gotten into like I've been watching some old Bernie Mac stand up. Like I love that one where it's the Def Jam one, the I ain't
Yeah,
scared
that
of
man,
you
yeah.
motherfuckers. That shit.
Yeah,
That one's yeah. He's awesome, bro.
yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah,
Bernie Mac.
yeah, yeah. But
Um.
that's about it. That's all I've been
Okay.
doing.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna check out that. What was the band again? You said what was it called?
ATHEEY period.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out because that sounds like some new music. I'm always looking for new shit, like different than the normal. What about
Mm-hmm.
what about you, Cam? Anything you want to put people on to?
Only thing I've been watching is Dexter, which is old. I'm sure everybody's
Okay.
seen that by now.
Yeah, I've never
Mm.
watched it. My parents were into it. My grandparents loved it. They're
Mm.
rebooting it for a new season. You hear that?
Oh, for real? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess people weren't happy with the ending. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna spoil it, but people like weren't happy with it, and they're doing like a reboot with the original guy, and they're supposed to do like a better ending to the show or some shit. Anything?
Was though, I listen to G Herbo, but
I know you do.
So,
You sad that he's going to jail,
yeah, I'm a little sad.
You going to jail?
I do music for you didn't
bro?
know
He's facing like racketeering charges.
Woo! Yeah,
Yeah,
he gonna be in there with woo.
With
The
Bobby.
transcript though, it looks like people in his group like use his clout to get away with it. So I don't know if he was actually in it or not. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think too. You see a lot of times like I think there's a chance he'll probably do some jail time, but it might only be like a year or two,
I don't know why people
or even probation.
People just start snitching. Why would you want to sit in prison when you can just tell somebody to go home?
This man.
Hey, don't tell. I'm not telling you nothing ever again. I can't.
Think about be real though. If you go to prison, they'll be like, "You're facing 25 to life," or you can tell, "I'm gonna put you in witness protection for the rest of your life with your girlfriend, with your family."
Oh yeah, no doubt. Because
I'm not telling.
Yes,
you shut up.
You gonna be without a deal, Korey.
Yeah.
I ain't telling.
You look like a tattletale.
I'm solid. I'm solid.
Here's the thing, bro.
Nope.
The inevitable thing is if I go to jail, I like my only choice of gangs is the Nazis. I don't want to join that shit. I don't want to, but I'm gonna die if I don't. So
Oh, so you saying you willingly will be a skinhead?
If it saves me getting raped, then I would be. I probably have to become a.
Oh, that's probably how you got to get in. Initiation.
25-man orgy in prison.
What if is there like another gang I could join? Like what could I be like? Can I be like their affirmative action white guy in other gangs?
What is it? The Insane Clown Posse? Is that still a gang?
I don't think that's like a real gang. You mean the Juggalos with the paint on their face?
Yeah.
That's still a real thing. Like there's like they have like I don't know, like they have like EDM style Juggalo festival bullshit.
You're gonna have to bring those boots back out.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get the school shooter boots, all that, be in jail. Fuck. Yeah. I would be I would snitch. You'd be done.
You gotta snitch. Why would you sit there and rot in prison? We can just tell on somebody.
Got to. I'm solid. I'm never folding.
Because here's the thing, like, yeah, they might, whoever I snitch on might have me killed on the outside, but not if I go into witness. I have a better chance of living in witness protection than I do in jail.
Right.
I'm
telling you right now, Korey.
They got the people in jail.
If me and you get I'm snitching.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
If I go to jail, I'm gonna really stress myself out before, and I'm gonna make sure I look old, and maybe I'll get put in like the low security, like old people prison.
Oh, they still go get you. They threw a hot dog at Bill Cosby.
Yeah, they did.
They go get you.
Now I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna kill Bill Cosby to earn some clout.
You're going too far. You're going too far.
Right. Any other music you want to promote, Cam, or anything, or any shows or movies you watched recently?
Grey's Anatomy. Y'all should go watch that. That's another good one.
Are you a 13-year-old white girl?
Trash.
Grey's Anatomy fucking blows.
That's a good show.
You like Big Bang Theory too, huh?
Big Bang Theory is pretty good. It's a good show.
Big Bang Theory is pretty good.
I don't. That shit just doesn't
Bernie,
do
you
it
look
for
like
me.
a character of a Big Bang Theory. How you gonna make fun of it?
Hey man, I'm not.
No, I
I-
said the Big Bang Theory is good. I just said now the show, the Young Sheldon. I don't like that one.
I thought you were saying I look like a character.
Oh
off
yeah,
Big
you
Bang
do.
Theory.
You look like a character off the show.
Sorry,
Hmm.
man.
So you should watch the show. You should be a big fan. What do you want me to watch? Star Wars?
I do like Star Wars. The Mandalorian's great.
Mandalorian, yeah, Baby Yoda. I don't
Yeah.
watch it.
It's
So-
good. It's good. It's like I feel like if someone who wasn't into Star Wars wanted to like dip their feet into it, that'd be the best because it's like there's like force stuff involved, but it's a lot of just like cool action. Whereas I understand how people can be like, okay, Star Wars is fucking nerdy. Like I got to know all these planets and all this shit. So I can get why people don't like Star Wars. Any other songs? The song that makes me think of you guys the most is the Bobby Shmurda song, "Sliding Over Cars While I Shoot."
What do you say after that?
Get out.
I think that I'm Tom Cruise. That song.
And then what do you say after that?
But bitch, I'm Bobby with the tool. And then he
And
like
then what about after that one?
I don't know. That's the only part I know of the song.
And then you racist. I know. I already know.
He wanted to
I think you were
say-
just trying to get me to repeat the song until I said a word that I'm not allowed to say. I think that was the end goal of what you were doing there. I'm not
Yeah,
stupid.
man.
You already called us monkeys. So it can't really get worse than you calling us the N-word.
And that part's clipped out. Edit it out. It's my podcast.
That man said we a bunch of baboons. Oh yeah. You got
All
it.
right, it's time to end the podcast, guys. I think we're running out of time here. This shit's getting out of pocket. Thank you guys so much for doing it. I will have both of your guys' social media and stuff linked into the bio, and it'll.
But the OnlyFans.
I got the OnlyFans. That will for sure be
Yeah.
in there. Remind the people one more time what the OnlyFans is so they can find it.
www.onlyfans.blackmagic.com.
Yep. You will that'll be the official OnlyFans of the Your Last Resort podcast. Is Black.
Oh,
Magic.
and the B in Black Magic is a 3.
Okay.
It's a 3.
Okay. We got Black Magic with a 3. I like. I like it. Okay. And then make sure you guys watch Murray State football this year. So you watch Cam Petty. Stand on the sideline. Just like me and Korey did. We gotta catch
Cam.
you gotta catch the farewell tour.
The farewell tour. It's
Ours was glorious.
Well, no, Cam gonna have 2 more years. He got this one, and then he got next year.
And then he's gonna be a grad assistant at Murray for a couple of years.
He gonna be Vinny.
Yeah. I heard he already told him to start calling him Vinny. He was like, I don't want to be Cam no more. I'm Vinny.
I'm in the
He gonna be Vinny. Vinny ain't carrying no lotion. He ain't carrying no lotion.
Vinny used to be
Man,
half
say that.
asleep on the couch in the equipment room. Ashy as hell, everything.
I'll
Vinny,
walk
if you
in.
watch
Vinny
this
got
podcast, you just kidding, man.
Vinny got the same clothes that he had on that practice last night. I was like, Vinny, you just go sleep on the couch. Like, you ain't even go take a shower or nothing.
I'll tell you when we end this podcast, we'll talk about. I got a funny story with Vinny that I think I already told you, but I'll remind you. I don't want to talk about it on here, so I don't want to put no people on blast. But all right, guys, what
Just say the story.
you want to say this? I ain't gonna say that. That's just rude.
What you scared of? What are you gonna do?
That's just rude.
That's just rude, dog. And no, it's not gonna be funny for anyone except us. So I'm gonna end the podcast here. Thank you to both of you guys for being on the podcast. It was great catching up and just fucking around like old times. Thank you guys to the squad for listening. Thank you to anyone who it's your first time or if it's your 38th time checking it out. Still got those stickers available. If you want them, just let me know. I'll mail you them. If you guys want to shoot me your addresses, if you want them, I'll shoot you them too. If you don't want them, just be like, I don't want this shit. It won't hurt my feelings. And
Okay.
yeah, so thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys next week.
Brandon.
Uh-huh.
How about the Eagles?
Oh, yeah. I knew. All right, you want to talk about the Eagles, man? We can go for an hour about the Eagles. They're playing your team this week, too, and I have no confidence to bet on them unless you want to give me points or odds. I have no faith that they'll beat them. The only reason I'm excited is I get to watch Jalen Hurts. At least I don't have to watch Carson Wentz throw the ball into the dirt for 60 minutes. Because
that's true.
I don't know what happened to that man, but he's fucking broken.
Yeah, he's broken. Also, I remember somebody said at the beginning of the season, I think the Titans was like 3-0. Somebody said Ryan Tannehill was a great quarterback.
Okay.
And I haven't seen it.
All right, man. He has let me down. I don't think he's top 10 anymore. He's falling out.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. He was playing out because I'm also one of those people that like I hate when people you're like, who are your top 3 like or top receivers, and they want to go off like 2 seasons ago and shit. Like I base it off now. So yeah, he might be like, I don't know. I have to look at like a list. It's hard to think of, but he's definitely not. There's 10 quarterbacks better than him, and I don't know if he's. I mean, if I had to guess, he's probably like maybe like 18th best. Like he's a middle of the pack quarterback. Like a 16 is there's 32 teams, 32 starters. I mean, he's better than like Mitch Trubisky, whoever the fuck is starting in Jacksonville, Sam Darnold.
Is he starting at Chicago?
Yeah, because Nick Foles got hurt.
Oh.
Yeah,
He
so
went through 3 picks Sunday?
yeah, Mitch Trubisky's terrible, but Nick Foles has been terrible too, dude.
Yeah, he ain't been the same.
All right, guys. I'm going to end it here, and we can keep talking if we want to. But thank you guys for listening, and thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.